Some of my destinations have errors. Let me get some light in here. Okay, that's okay. Let me see where I'm live streaming too. Hello, 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 you all. Hello, hello, hello. I may start going back to the title of Queen of Credit here. Right, went for the Queen of Credit to Crypto Queen or Credit Queen rather, and then it went to Crypto Queen. I'm just getting something off my hand. Quick live stream. You know how I do it. I'm on my way to the gym. Health is life. Health is more than wealth to me. Health is life. And if you have not checked out the video uploaded on my YouTube channel, Queen 11, and that's 11 with E, 11 EVEN, even E 11 11 E 11 EVEN, like even. Go check that out. It's interview with Corey P. Smith. If you don't know who Corey, Corey won't tell me what the P stand for in his name. I'm like, Corey, what is the P for? But if you don't know who Corey P. Smith is, I call him the Godfather of credit. I call him the King of credit. I am the Queen, or was the Queen rather. Um, and we did a very intense interview session yesterday talking about my Navy Federal $50,000, $436 settlement. Notice I said settlement, not lawsuit. I had a lot of people hit me up and say, hey, tell me about this lawsuit. It was not a lawsuit per se. It was a settlement. This is what happened. In short, if you want to hear the rest of it, again, go to my YouTube channel. Listen to that interview with Corey P. Smith. What do you do when Navy Federal sues you? Maybe it's not Navy Federal for you. Maybe it's Bank of America. Maybe it's JP Morgan and Chase suing you for a credit card debt, right? Maybe it's any credit card company. Maybe it's not Navy Federal, but the laws are the laws. And so we talked about the Fair Credit Reporting Act. We talked about the difference between when the original creditor sue you for a debt versus a third party debt collector, the difference in laws and legality. We talked about what to do if you're summoned for a debt, whether it's from a debt collector or the original banker or the original creditor, how to handle that. Unfortunately, most people get summons and they just don't show up for court. They are afraid of court. They don't know their rights legally when it comes to the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They don't know their consumer rights. And so when you don't show up for court, that's an automatic default, meaning that the plaintiff or the business or the company that's suing you or the debt collector will get an automatic win. What to do, what to say when you've been summoned, right? And you have to appear in court for a debt collection. We've always told people, right, that especially a debt collector, it's a different game when the debt collector comes after you for a debt, because guess what? You didn't have an account with that debt collector, right? You didn't have any contractual agreement. You didn't do any business with that debt collector. Your debt was sold to that debt collector for pennies on a dollar from the original creditor. And so you have every right not to pay debt collectors and go and represent yourself in court. We get the name court from, just like you get basketball court and tennis court, because it's just a game, right? You're playing tennis, you're rallying the ball back and forth. Um, just like basketball, you got two ends. You're on the court. That's why it's called a court. And you are innocent, right? And until proven guilty. And when you do not have a contractual agreement, when you have not did business with a debt collector, because again, they collect your debt for pennies on the dollar, and they try to collect the original amount. The debt collector or the original creditor just sells it to them because they don't, they feel like maybe they don't have the grounds to collect from you. And for the original creditor, it's just a tax write-off, right? The original creditor is just a tax write-off. Um, and so they get the benefits of that. And also, even if you have a debt that you didn't repay and it's written off on the 1099 form, you need to know what to do in those situations as well, because now that debt can be considered as income for you, and it could prevent you from not only getting a tax refund, but it could put you in a situation where you owe taxes back, right? Latoya says, like and share this live, you all. Thank you, Latoya. Like and share this live. Thank you so much. Please do that. Again, I'm about to go get my workout on. $50,436. Hear my story. Hear what happened. Um, Hear Mr. the Godfather of Credit. He has books out like The Conspiracy of Credit, The Game of Credit, How to Outsmart the Credit Bureaus, right? This is where I got my love for credit. And people, let me tell you this. Your zip code determines your wealth code, right? Let me say that again for the people in the back row. Your zip code determines your wealth code. There is discrimination in credit. If you live in a what's called redlining area or neighborhood where the average persons in that neighborhood have low income and low credit scores, it does not matter if you have top tier credit scores, you will get the lower credit offers just based off of your zip code, right? And so these are things about credit that most people are not aware of. Your zip code determines your wealth code. It determines the quality of a school system that your children is able to attend. It determines how high or low a credit limit that you can get approved for, right? Just things people need to know about credit. Why you only need one address reporting on your credit report. There are some people that have two, three. I've seen as many as 10, 14, 15, especially people that's military that move a lot, have all these addresses reporting, or people that have unstable living and they're always changing apartments or condos for whatever reason. And just cleaning up that part of your credit report can increase you 20, 30 points, right? Getting all of these inquiries, people that pull your credit off your credit report can put you up 30, 50 points or more. And that can be done within 24 hours, inquiry removal. So Don said that's good stuff to know. Yeah, thank you, Don. Thank you so much. Um, Let me tell you all, Navy Federal was going to have me just owing a $50,436 credit card debt for 5 years of repayment. That could have put a lien on my home. It could have put a garnishment on my earned income. So many things people don't know about how to fight debt collectors and credit agencies, the original creditors. Knowing the Fair Debt Collection Practices Law, knowing the Fair Credit Report. And people, it is far too, we're in 2024. It's far, how do I want to say this? It's time, let me say it that way. It's time to understand that your credit, you should do more with your credit than get a vehicle finance or to get a house. That's as nice as I can put it. It's time out to just have luxury vehicles, having a mortgage with your credit. It's time to use your credit score. It's time to use your SSN, Social Security number, to get assets, things that make you money. Like Corey P. Smith and I said, it's time for you to start making money in your sleep, not always on your feet, not always on a job, just over broke. It's time for you to make passive income. Hello, my friend. Hello, Amanda. I didn't know about the zip code. I hope you're feeling better too. I didn't know about the zip code, but yeah, it makes sense. Some people can have a high credit score, but if you live in a low income neighborhood where people typically don't have high credit score, changing your zip code when you apply for things and having an address that have higher credit scores in that community or in that zoning area can get you funding. much higher credit limits than applying for credit with a zip code where typically the average credit score is very low. No matter even if you are an exception, right? Even if you have over a 750 credit score, if the average credit score in that zoning area, that's why it's important where you live as well. Not just so your kids, your children can go to the better school system, but so you can get the highest and the best credit opportunities. You, I am finally feeling better. Good. Hello, Philip. So you all, I'm telling you all, that interview with Corey P. Smith, the Godfather of credit, the king and queen of credit, Corey and I, um, is on my YouTube channel only. So get on YouTube, listen to that. We did that Zoom, private Zoom yesterday, but we uploaded the video. And Corey has encouraged me and given me passion again and motivation again to start back helping people in the area of credit consultation. I stopped like in 2019, I think, and I began to focus on crypto. But you know what? The truth is, the harsh reality is that you can't invest in crypto if you have a negative credit score and a negative cash flow. You can't. Because if you have a low credit score, that means you have high interest rates. That means you're paying 2 or 3 times the amount on a vehicle or credit cards interest rate than the person that has good credit, right? Um, and so if you're paying 2 or 3 times, that decreases your cash flow. That decreases your income that you have left over, right? You have more month than money. Some people are living paycheck to paycheck. Dr. Lynn Richardson says some people are living Friday, paycheck to Friday, meaning they get paid um, Monday, and by Friday they're broke. Or when they get paid, they already are back on bills, and so that payday, their money is already gone because they're past due in a lot of situations, right? Um, and so if you have negative credit scores or low credit scores and low cash flow, you're not going to have enough money to invest in crypto anyway. My YouTube channel name is Queen11. Queen, two numbers, 1 1 as 11 is showing now, and even like spell like Even, Queen11. I got that from Club um 11 in Miami. That's how they spell 11. E11 Even, even, right? And so yeah, check out that interview with me, myself, and Corey P. Smith. And I think I'm gonna get back in this credit game, you all. I think I am. I will officially let you know because I have a court date this week against the credit agencies. I sued Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. I sued them personally. They didn't sue me. Navy Federal came after me, but I then flipped the script and sued the credit agencies for reporting fraudulent information on my credit report and not making sure that what they had on my credit report was 100% accurate. So once I get that court date this week out of the way and um, get my own self straight credit wise, and Corey and I is going to have a phone conversation in a few minutes. Um, then I'm going to let you all know about my decision to get back in the credit game so I can really be queen of credit again. I'm really kind of excited about that. I'm glad I took a break though. I did. Um, I needed a break. People would call me Friday night, Saturday night at midnight asking about credit repair. They just didn't have any business etiquette. It's like I didn't have a life. Um, they want their credit fixed overnight, where it took them months and years to get that bad credit score, or they've been living years with a 400 and 500 or below 650 credit score, and they want a 30-day miracle, right? Or some people that contact me for credit repair was actually scammers, right? Um, they would request a refund when I put in a submission letter to fix their credit, and once the negative items were removed, Then they said, "Oh, it didn't get deleted," and it did. And I said, "Well, show me proof. Show me your credit report to show me it didn't get deleted." And they never do that, but they just want a refund and wanted me to take their word for it that the item was not deleted without showing me proof. So, low credit scores sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes comes with low energy people that try to scam you. And they'll be the main one says that credit repair is a scam, but they are the scammers. They don't want to pay anybody. They don't want to pay the debt collectors. They don't want to pay their creditors. And you know what? When you don't invest in yourself in life, when you don't, invest in yourself, then it's only going to be recycled back to you. When you don't want to pay your debtors, when you don't want to do unto others as others have done unto you, good or bad, it works both ways. Then that's what you're going to get back in life, right? You can only scam and scheme and get out of paying, you know, your debtors for so long. But because the laws are here for you, Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, when your debt is sold to a debt collector, a third party, that has nothing to do with you because they bought your debt pennies on the dollar. You had no business with them. You had no contractual agreement to do business with them. So legally, they're not positioned to collect from you. And a lot of people don't know that. Uh, then hope they have the audacity to feel entitled. Right. They want to feel entitled. Yeah, man, folks will call me Saturday at midnight, Friday at midnight, Sunday. I'm with my family, you know, um, just didn't have any business etiquette. But that's okay. This time I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna do it better. I'm setting boundaries this time, right? You won't even be able to contact me at those hours. And if you do, I'll just, block your number permanently. A person I had one time to call me Friday night at midnight and they're blocked. I won't even talk with them. And some people say, well, I was just watching your video and I just wanted to see if this number was legit. Well, call when it's morning and see. You don't have to call right then. Um, you mentioned two books earlier. What were the titles? I would love to check them out. Corey P. Smith. Corey P. Smith. Look on Amazon. The Conspiracy of Credit and The Game of Credit. I think I'm going to write a book called The Game of Credit and How to Play It, especially with my experience of suing the credit agencies and um, winning against Navy Federal attempt to collect $50,436 from me. I think I'm gonna write my own book on how I did that and what I did to win. Right? Um, because it's just not enough to go in court and say this is not mine. You better know the law. You better know the law. Right? You better know the law, and you better know how to make them prove it if you are ever summoned for court. Um, Thank you. Yes, write the book and make a movie. Make a movie too. Okay. Oh, oh, is it, babe? Yes. A play on. Yes. Francis Scovel Shin's book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, baby. Yes. Listen. Listen. Florence Scovel Shin. That's my girl. Listen. And in fact, I just made this quote. I just made this post on Facebook. I said, life is a one-time game. Life is a one-time game. Play it wisely. You only get one life to live and one legacy to leave. Life is a one-time game. Play it wisely. You only get one life to live and one legacy to leave. So learn the rules of the game. Play it wisely. Be productive. Plan. Prepare. Play the games. You can't be on the sidelines complaining. Right? You can't be on the sideline complaining. You got to get in the game. Some people want to be on the sidelines. You got to get in it and pray. Plan, prepare, be productive, play the game, and pray about the game. Life is a one-time game. Live it wisely. So yes, Florence Scovel Shinn, the game of life and how I play it. I'm gonna put a twist on that. The game of credit and how to play it. And I think I'm going to put my strategies of what I did to win that $50,000 4036 settlement against Navy Federal, and some debt collectors have come to me to try to collect and summons me for that as well. And I have never paid a debt collector ever if I was summoned for court for it, ever, ever, ever. Schedule book tour. I know you will be my manager to help me do that. That way we'll get to travel and write it off at the same time. We'll really be going to Africa then, Nigeria, all of that. Travel the world, and it'll be a tax write-off. I love that. I love that. I love it. We can even go on our cruises and have the book tour there, right? And then it'll be a tax write-off. Write off your lifestyle. Absolutely. Come on, yes. One life to live and live it. One legacy to leave. Love, thank you for posting it. So you all, my energy drink has kicked in. Go to my YouTube channel. Watch that interview. It costs nothing for you to listen, right? The information is free. It's only the implementation that will cost you, right? So go listen to that interview with me and Corey P. Smith, the godfather of credit, the king of credit. I'm the queen, he the king. Toby, they messed with the wrong one. Hey, Toby, let me say this and I'm going to go. Toby always get me talking. Toby, they did mess with the wrong one, but I ain't going to lie. I was scared as hell. This was my first time ever going against a Navy Federal in a $50,000 debt. I was thinking like, oh man, they might put a lien on my house. And if they put a lien on your house, they can foreclose, right? They can garnish your check for 5 years or more. I didn't want to be in that bondage. But when I got that email that said a motion to dismiss, oh, I was like, oh my, I was so relieved. It was stressful, but now that I won, it was worth it because now I can help people in that same situation. I don't want to go through that shit again, though. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to go through that shit again. Woo, woo. That was some hell right there. You talking about somebody reading those credit laws. So now I'm suing the credit agency. This is gonna be a first for me too. I go to court Thursday against Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. A lot of people don't even know you can sue the credit agency. They try to take you to court out of time, start taking them to court. Giants fall too. Remember David and Goliath? I'm telling you, I had to find my 5 smooth stones, though. I need to take Navy to court for what? Needs to tell me real quick before I get out this live stream. Why you need to take Navy Federal to court? What's going on? Dave Parker said, for what? What do you mean for what, Dave? I can't answer incomplete questions. You have a good knowledge on credit laws. Let me tell you something. I study. That's why when people say things like you can fix your own credit, I'm like, that's a lie. If you don't know these credit laws, you ain't gonna fix nothing. You can fix your credit yourself. And they never fixed it. Theirs. They'll tell people that. But disclaimer, if you know the laws, yeah, you can do it. But you're gonna have to know the laws, the letter, and the language. I promise you. And if you're using letters that you can find on Google for free, that stuff, they're just gonna send you back stuff saying this account is verified. You got to play aggressively against the credit agency. That's why I'm taking them to court. When you won, what did I win for? Watch the beginning of this because I'm about to end the live stream. Dave. I talked about that in the beginning, and I'm about to go. If you study and know laws and language, you can be you can. You got another laws, you got another language, and you got to be able to put it in a letter. That's the only way you're gonna beat the credit agencies. That's the only way. That's the only way. Dave, watch the beginning of this, then you'll know for what, right? I'm logging off. I love you all. Peace. Queen out.